it says we're streaming, so we're going to go to my channel. We are live. Okay. I'm going to leave you in the background because I can just have YouTube up full. I'm going to have to mute YouTube so we don't get double audio. And then I should just be able to watch from here. Oh no, because it's doing that frame. I can't have it on the same screen. Tater Dom in the house, and cheers to Jeff Castle as well in the house. We're just kind of playing around with this right now. I can't put anything on my upper monitor, so I'm not going to be able to really monitor the stream. Maybe we can monitor the stream in the background. Let me see if we can figure this out and be a little bit smarter. I'll put it off to the side because I don't want to like interrupt Zach. Let's see. Shrink this, put this in here. Yeah, no, this is going to interfere too much. We won't leave it up there. That's fine. We'll just put it on my screen down below. Chris Jenkins in the house. Cheers, brother. We're going to be playing some Slay the Spire. That's going to be the game in the bottom left of the screen. Oh, I'm going to see if I can change this to where I can have multiple things going on at the same time. Well, I'm not sure what size we'll run. We'll do 1920 by 1080. Save and quit. All right, continue. Did I update the settings? I don't think it did. Where did my game go? Trying to figure out the whole game thing where we can have both going on at the same time. Trying to fill that blank space with something to do. Launching the game, seeing if it will change. It is not changing. That is okay. We will figure this out. Okay. You know what? We'll just pull it up on my phone. I think if we just run it from our phone, we'll be able to see everything and just keep you guys up to date from the phone. Yeah, we will type in chat from the phone. All right, we got the live chat going with the phone. We can see the stream from the phone. We can see the chat from the phone. So cheers, guys. We're just hanging out and drinking. Other than the beer can that Zach has crushed up, what else will you be drinking on tonight, Zach?
4 more beers.
More beers. You better go get one then, because we're drinking hard liquor, guys. We got some Stag. This is batch 22B. 22B is 130 proof. So we're drinking on a 130 proof Stag. It is over ice. Trying to change it up, drink a little bit differently. We got the whiskey basket in the house. We're already drunk, apparently, because we typed whiskey basket instead of whiskey basket. So sorry for that, brother. Forgive me, Lord, for I have sinned. You're going to have to go get another drink, Zach, and you need to talk to the chat. Hopefully they can hear you talking, too.
Sorry, I'm reading.
No, you're good. If you pull up the YouTube stream, you should be able to see as well. Oh, you're drinking the Woodford Masters? It's funny that you're drinking the Woodford Masters. I don't know if you can see the glass if I can get it to focus. I'm drinking out of a Woodford Reserve glass from that Woodford Reserve gift basket that I got, the little gift set. I saw someone selling the Woodford Masters on secondary. Not really sure what the MSRP is on the Woodford Masters, but it does intrigue me, and I would love to get some Woodford Masters. Because the Woodford Reserve that I've been drinking, it's in the other room. I had it the other day, was fantastic. We're just hanging out and drinking, guys. We're not really having a plan with this stream. It's kind of last minute. I had another buddy that we were talking to. He's getting ready to go to bed because he's going to go to work at 2:30 in the morning. Luckily, we don't have to work at 2:30 in the morning. We're off tomorrow. We're actually having a party tomorrow at the house, so I'm going to have some people over for that. That'll be fun. And then, like I said, we've got Zach. Zach is also off of work tomorrow, so Zach is just drinking on some beer. So he's got some Coors Light. He's not super into the whiskey like we are, but he does have a couple of bottles himself. If you're lucky, he might bring out a bottle of whiskey to at least show you what he has. He's going to go get the bottle so he can show you guys, so that way you'll be able to see what kind of whiskey he has. $130, is that how much it was for the Masters collection? Because I think they're selling them on secondary for like around $100 to $150, depending on which batch of the Masters you get, which I think is actually a pretty solid price, even for secondary. No Malort tonight, bro. I can't even fathom drinking Malort. That sounds awful. If you drink Malort, that just sounds terrible, man. There's no way I'm drinking no Malort. So Zach stepped away from the camera again, even though he just came back from getting a beer. Hey, Mike Brock in the chat. We're gonna go ahead and make sure we type in chat for him. We're just hanging out, guys. We're drinking. I got my buddy. He's not at the camera right now because he's going to grab some of the bottles so he can show off that he has. He's not really into whiskey as like I am. And then I got a little video game going on in the bottom left corner called Slay the Spire. Must be MSRP. It was at the grocery store. Okay, well, if it's at the grocery store at $130, I think they're not selling for much above MSRP than here on secondary for maybe like $150. So maybe we'll pick up a bottle of the Woodford Masters. I'm curious on what you think about the Woodford Masters, just in general. Like does it drink smooth? Does it drink hot? Is it worth it? It definitely has a cool bottle for sure. All right, Zach is back. Not sure what Zach went to go do, but he is back. Hopefully he'll be flexing on us and showing us something cool. All right, Zach is back in the house. He's got him a rock glass, a tall rock glass with some ice, and he's pouring up a little bit. What is that? That looks like it's a Lusty Claw. What is that? He's polishing off a bottle. Oh, he's got the 1792 small batch. So he's drinking on some 1792 small batch, guys. If you know about my experience with 1792 small batch, it is pretty darn good. East Coast LQ Reviews. That is a name that I haven't seen in chat in a long time. Sorry, we're typing on the phone, so our messages won't be highlighted for you necessarily. We're kind of winging it as we go, but hopefully you're enjoying your time. We're just hanging out and drinking. Got some 1792 for Zach, and then I am currently drinking, and I'm drinking mine over ice as well. Some Stag 22B. Stag 22B is 130 proof, so we are drinking some high proofers. We've already had a couple pours before we got the stream going. We had a pour of some Redwood Empire Grizzly Beast bottled in Bond. That is batch 3. And then the other one that we had is our video that we just posted not that long ago of Forbidden. We actually had a pour of Forbidden before this too. Carlos from the Whiskey Corner. So we're going to go cheers, Carlos. We won't at you on this because we're using the phone, so it doesn't even highlight it anyways. Good to see you, Carlos. 1792 Bottled in Bond store pick I have is excellent. So yeah, I got a 1792 Bottled in Bond. I actually gave it to a friend because he's a big fan of 1792, which the only reason why he was a big fan in the first place is I let him try my small batch, so I gave him that bottle as well. Funny how I have a friend that literally takes every bottle I own. But the Bottled in Bond that I got, he does like, but I did not. It was a store pick from Total Wine, and I think whoever picked it just had a bad palate for it.
Game is game.
Good to see you guys in chat, though. I love hanging out as a community. You guys are awesome. We don't use StreamYards. Otherwise, if we had StreamYards, we would talk about having you guys out here for some open mics. Zach's kind of a quiet guy, but he's playing another game in the background too. We're just kind of gaming and chilling. We were playing another game earlier, and the game wasn't really working for me for whatever reason, so we decided to go this route. We're going to just do a live stream and hang out and drink. So Mike Brock says to Whiskey Basket, yes, it does come across that way. And Whiskey Basket, when he was talking about that for that response, was he's got a nice honey and vanilla off that 1792 Bottled in Bond. I wish that I had that off of mine, but unfortunately, I did not have that experience with my 1792 Bottled in Bond. Like I said, I think whoever picked it out at Total Wine just had a very poor taste. If any of you guys want to see some more giveaways too, there's some giveaways out there. There's one that I'm getting ready to have to make a video for and post, and only one person has actually entered into that giveaway. I'm not telling you to click off the live stream, but I am telling you to check out that bottle review that I did with the Larceny Barrel Proof. That Larceny Barrel Proof video, if you actually watched it and you watched it all the way through, there is a giveaway that was hidden inside that I did not announce in chat. I also did not announce it in the description or anywhere in the title that I was doing a giveaway. But once again, that's one of those things where if you read between the lines and you actually watch my content, sometimes we're doing giveaways, and we are doing a sample of the Larceny Barrel Proof C923 along with a couple other pours. The C923 is just the one that we've highlighted, where we will be giving that away. Haven't played a video since... Oh, he hadn't played a video game since he had a PS2 back in the day. That's crazy, Whiskey Basket. Yeah, you know, we used to play video games all the time. We don't play near as much as we used to, but we still obviously play some games. But that Larceny Barrel Proof video, check that out. Watch it through. There's a specific word you need to comment to be entered in to win that giveaway. Currently, the only person in that giveaway is Victor. And I was thinking about just going ahead and doing the wheel spin with Victor's name on it as the only person on there, just as a little comical sense. That way you guys see that we actually do giveaways as a YouTube short, but that YouTube short would be even more funny because he would have a 100% chance to win that wheel spin because he's the only one on it. So just a little comical, guys. But yeah, not playing since the PS2. PlayStation 2 was definitely one of my favorite consoles back in the day too. I love playing on the PlayStation 2. So man, what did you used to play on the PlayStation 2? What was your favorite game, Whiskey Basket? I'm very curious to hear on what your favorite game was.
Mine was Sly Cooper.
Zach saying Sly Cooper was his favorite.
Fucking love that raccoon.
Yeah. Too many buttons on the controllers nowadays. I can't remember what they all do. It's funny you say that. The PlayStation 3 controller is almost the exact same as the PlayStation 2, and the same thing for the PlayStation 1. But I get what you're saying. I play on mouse and keyboard now. We switched to PC. Pretty good odds, Jeff Castle. Yeah, so if you want to get on that giveaway for some samples, and you want some better odds, right now Victor has a 100% odds, so you can make that 50-50, and you can go in against him for that larceny barrel proof sample. We have a whiskey list listed on our YouTube channel. It should be like a Google Docs. It shouldn't be password protected. You should be able to click on that. We updated the other day. We need to do a little bit more work on that to where you guys have some better reviews. Whiskey Basket said Cool Borders. I'll have to look that up. I've never heard of that game. But as we were saying for that giveaway, it'll be Larceny Barrel Proof as the primary giveaway, but we'll also give away probably 2, maybe 3 other samples. We have some bottles on that list that you can choose from, so we'll let you make a choice. Money is not a problem here, so if you choose to pick my most expensive bottles being like the Joseph Magnus cigar blends, that won't hurt my feelings. Like if you want to have a sample of that, like I'm more than willing to pour up some Joseph Magnus cigar blends, other bottles that you might not have that are allocated from Buffalo Trace, that Redwood Empire Grizzly Beast that you'll be seeing a review on that soon. That is one of my favorite bottles now. You could also get a sample of that. I thoroughly enjoyed that one.
Cool Borders was a snowboarding game.
It was a snowboarding game, Zach?
Yeah.
Yeah, I haven't seen that, so I'll have to look up Cool Borders. I did play a snowboarding game before, though. Now that you say that, it was man, I can't think of the name of it. So I was playing like a Tony Hawk game, and they had a like little card inside where you play like a surfing game, and then there was another one for like a free demo for a snowboarding game, and I bet that snowboarding game was probably Cool Borders. So very, very cool. Very nostalgic, too, to talk about the PlayStation 2. And I played the PlayStation 3 for a while, too, because they had, what's it called? They had free internet. You didn't have to pay for internet. You didn't have to pay for PlayStation Plus like you do nowadays.
No subscription.
And because you have to have a subscription to play online with PlayStation, that's the reason why I decided to leave and move to PC. Addicted to Grand Theft Auto Vice City back in the day. Yeah, Jeff Castle, like, we played Grand Theft Auto 5, one of the newer ones, a lot. I do remember playing Vice City as well, though. We played that one on the PlayStation. I definitely remember that as well.
I remember playing 4 a lot.
Yeah, we did play 4 quite a bit, too.
I would always be the person online who would go and just bash the helicopters around on other people so they couldn't bully people. That was me.
Alright, we can duplicate a card in our deck. We're going to take another Offering. We lose HP by using Offering, but it is one of the best cards in our deck. Of course, the Game Day and Madden football games and FIFA soccer. Oh, so Whiskey Basket. When it comes to sports game, it's going to be a hard no for me. And let me qualify that before we just get roasted for not liking sports games. The reason why we didn't like sports games is because we didn't find them to be entertaining as much as it was to actually play the sport. So the games that we would typically play that were sports games were on the PlayStation 2. And the game that we loved to play the most was, what was it, NBA Street. So it was like a street ball basketball game that was pretty cool. And you could actually, tackle the other player and stuff. It was hilarious.
I played, what was that hardcore one, Blitz, where you could, break people's actual necks and stuff, like football. So we like the street ball rules games. Those were fun because they were just, all around, just destroy the other person, didn't care about any kind of fouls or penalties. I remember playing Blitz and I'd go against CAI, and I'd always just take out their best player as quickly as possible.
Mike Brock asking Chris Jenkins, will you have time to do a 3-pour blind tomorrow? I'm going to have some people over at the house, but if you ask me that question, I will probably still have time to do a 3-pour blind tomorrow. Not sure if I have the bottles or samples that you're referring to, Mike Brock, but your boy RJ the Fed wouldn't mind being a part of whatever you got going on there when it comes to drinking, because you know how it is. We like drinking. Chris is saying Mike Brock, yeah, sounds fun, so he's down for that 3-pour blind tomorrow. Bourbon School in the house. Cheers, Bourbon School. If you're drinking Bourbon School, I'm assuming it's Brian that's in chat right now. What are you drinking on? And on top of that Bourbon School, we are currently drinking Stag 22B at 130 proof. And our boy up on the top, Mr. Zach, is currently drinking on some 1792 small batch. Michael Bortner saying RJ is live. We're getting too many Michaels in here. I'm going to have to specify between Mike Brock and Michael Bortner. Cheers, brother. Just killed a bottle of Stellum bourbon. You know, I did see a bottle of that the other day. I believe that's the one I saw the other day. And it seemed interesting, but wasn't enough to draw me in to buy it. And then Michael Bortner flexing with the MWND Act 5. That's the Midwinter Night Dram. We have not had a single pour of any of that, although we have considered buying one of those on secondary market. So secondary market for the Midwinter Night's Dram is roughly the price point of the MSRP on it, but maybe $100 more, $50 more. It depends. So depending on which one you get, one of them I think is only, I would say $50 more, and then I think some of them are as low as like $30 or $40 more on MSRP. So it's getting that time of year that the Midwinter Night's Dram should be coming out, and hopefully we can pick one of those up. Also, Bourbon School, I'm still working on the whole ordeal on how we're going to do this, but I do want to reach out to you guys sooner than later, and I would love to try to do a live stream where it's a little bit more formal, a little bit more prepared. This is last minute for sure, but I would love to do one where we drink some bourbon on stream. So I was thinking, if you guys are down for it, maybe we could do a flight. I can either send you guys samples of the flight, or we can just go through what we have and use what we have to where we don't have to pay for the shipping on that. Because, you know, hand delivery is one thing, but shipping tax is another. See, Carlos is in the house still. Carlos, if you're wanting to do something like that too, I would love to do collaboration. It doesn't have to be hosted on my channel either. I would love to do some blind flights with you guys. Said that the MSRP doubled on the Midwinter's Night Dram. I don't know what the MSRP should be, but they go for around 200 here, if that sounds familiar. Dave Vogelson is in the house. We have to cheers Dave. Cheers, Dave. Okay, so Dave has sent us several samples. We still have 4 left. I know you haven't seen all the videos, Dave, because we got some of them on an upload schedule that haven't come out yet. But we are working on, we have 4 more bottles. I need your guys' help for this. Please look at my whiskey list, guys, on what I have available. But we want to have multiple bottles in this. I don't want to just be doing a single sample as the video. It doesn't necessarily have to be a double bottle review, but we got a 4-gate that was sent to us from Dave. This is a 4-gate whiskey company, Kelvin Collaboration 5, 117 proof. If you guys have had this or know anything about this, what should I drink alongside that? A Frank August single barrel, 125.4 proof. Old Carter American Whiskey Batch 12, 133.3 proof. And then we got the 1792 aged 12 year. So Zach up top, he's actually drinking on some 1792, but he's drinking on the small batch. This is the 12 year, 96.6 proof. This is a very highly allocated bottle compared to the small batch I can find anywhere and everywhere. If you guys have any recommendations on what I should drink alongside any of these 4 samples, I would love to hear them. They're the last 4 samples that I haven't experienced or done a review on. Speaking of reviews, while you guys are in chat, I'm going to give you a heads up on those. So I got a couple videos coming out, and for whatever reason, those videos, my microphones, they're little Bluetooth microphones, they died halfway through that video. So I had to do voiceovers, and then the back end of the video, like I had to just do 10x speed with no audio because I didn't want to scrap the content. You want to hear about the Frank August? I love the small batch. Yeah, no, I will definitely be trying that Frank August sooner than later. If you have anything that's similar to that, since you have a small batch, on what you would compare it to, drop that in chat, and I'll make sure I feature that other bottle recommendation on chat while I'm doing that video. But my microphone's died, so the next 2 videos where I do, I want to say it's Stag, and then my Redwood Empire bottle and bottle. Let me grab it off the shelf. Grizzly Beast. Highly allocated bottle. It's a $90 bottle in my area. It goes for $86.99. It is absolutely one of my favorites, even though it comes from Northern California. They definitely know how to make their whiskey there. I think it's funny that there are both Old Carter and Old Charter, like someone is trying to pull a fast one. That's funny, Whiskey Basket, that you say that. Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. But the next 2 videos with the Redwood Empire Bottle and Bond Grizzly Beast Batch 3 and the video where I do Stag, they haven't come out yet, so you haven't seen them yet. Stag Batch 15, 17, and 23A that Dave Vogelson sent me samples of. The audio was crap, and I don't want to do a double take on those, so we did some voiceover, and then we just went ahead and sped up the rest of that video. So that was kind of unfortunate. We didn't want to have to do that, but we didn't want to ruin the content because that was our first experience with those bottles, so obviously we don't want to lose that first experience. If you had to drink something along Frank August, I have no idea on the flavor profile. This one's the single barrel 125.4 proof. What would you put the Frank August up against? It doesn't have to be a comparison. It doesn't even really have to be a review of the other bottle. I just want to have something to drink alongside it that would be comparable, that I could enjoy, and still feature this sample that Dave sent me. Also, I've checked all 4 of these bottles. I don't see any signs of bugs inside of these bottles like the previous. Independent Joe in the house. We got to cheers Joe for that one. Joe is a lifesaver too. Joe, if you have tried it, what did you think about that bottle of the Old Forester King Ranch? I hope you weren't disappointed by it. I freaking love it. I've almost killed my bottle. I can go grab it if I need to show you again, but that bottle's almost empty. We did buy a second one of that bottle, but unfortunately, even though we bought a second one of that bottle, we actually polished that one off by shipping it to another person. So we don't even own any more Old Forester King Ranch. We're going to have to go buy another bottle because we just traded one. We traded the Old Forester King Ranch for something very special. My son was born on March 13th of 23. We traded an Old Forester King Ranch for a bottle of Blanton's. The old Blanton's bottle is going to be with his birth date on it, so pretty cool, guys.
And put in the safe and not touch it for 21 years.
Exactly. Well, we might touch it before 21 years, but it'll be for him to drink whenever he feels like he wants to try some alcohol.
But he's got to drink it with his old man.
Michael Bortner said the Bugs don't drink much. That's hilarious, Michael Bortner, because our batch of Stag for the that was completely by fluke. Was hilarious. So you haven't probably seen the video, Zach, but essentially, Dave Vogelson sent me a sample, and the sample he sent me was of Stag 22B, which I actually own a bottle of, but I didn't update my whiskey list. So when he sent me the samples, he was trying to find stuff that I haven't had before. But the funny part about my 22B from Stag was it had cork in it. So we call that cork rot when you have cork fall in it, because it does change and alter the flavor of the whiskey. That being said, we ended up straining it through like a coffee filter and rebottling it. Well, Dave Vogelson sent me a sample, and it was funny enough, the sample he sent me actually had like a fruit fly or some kind of fly in the bottle. So I had a bug infested Stag and the bug infested Stag, and then I also had the cork rot Stag.
You did not have good luck with Stag, apparently.
Well, I have other Stags too, but specifically the 22B batch we didn't have good luck on. But I just thought it was funny because we're trying to do a comparison, and just trying to drink it was just too funny. Chris Jenkins over here using his wrench and abusing his power, shouting out other channels. Got a shout out for Carlos from Whiskey Corner. Go follow, like, subscribe to his content. Also subscribe to Whiskey Basket and Bourbon School. So thank you, Chris, for doing those shout outs. Also Independent Joe, of course, can't forget Joe. Hopefully Joe has tried out some of that Old Forester King Ranch. We're actually doing quite well on this live stream. I know we don't typically have a big following, especially for those last minute live streams, but we have currently 11 people watching, which is awesome. So if you guys haven't already, because we only have 9 people with that thumbs up, go ahead and hit that thumbs up if you haven't already. It's not necessarily for me, it's just to help for the algorithm. Oh yeah, no, we're on live stream now, it's okay. Alright, so Whiskey Basket said them fruit flies and natural bourbon seekers, though. I go outside for a smoke and they find my glass in no time. Yeah, it does feel like that for sure.
It refines the flavor.
It refines the flavor. Trying to figure out how we're gonna freaking capitalize on this crap. Alright, let's go vulnerable on this guy. Flex. Cleave. Whiskey Corner saying thank you. Mike Brock says Frank August against a Redwood cast strength pipe dream. Or a blue. I do have a Redwood cast strength. I do not have a Blue Note. In fact, I've never had a Blue Note or juke joint. So we have the Redwood Empire cast strength. It's sitting over here. So we'll set these aside just so we can shout these out. We're gonna double check. This is from Mike Brock, so we'll try to make sure we talk about you in that chat. We're gonna do the Frank August single barrel 125.4 and a pipe dream from Redwood Empire at a 58.4% alcohol content, so that is double as our proof point. So that'll be our next video that we work on. We'll set those aside so we make sure we get those down. Haven't had the King Ranch yet. RJ's saving it for my 12 days before Christmas reviews. So funny you say the 12 days before Christmas. I haven't showed this at all on chat, so we're going to go ahead and bust this out so you can see this too. My wife found this at Target. It's a 12 days before Christmas thing, but the inserts can be replaced. So I think we're going to try to replace these. These inserts will be replaced with 13 through 24, and we're going to try to do 24 days for Christmas. We'll have to perforate these and draw the numbers on, so it'll look a lot more janky than this one does, but still, it'll be cool. And for my Christmas bundle, we have 24 minis. And most of the minis that I have are stuff that I have never tried before, so hopefully those ones I haven't tried before will really stand out. The regular Blue Note juke joint is a value pour at about $30. I've seen it. I'm not saying I haven't seen it. It's just I haven't bit the bullet to buy a Blue Note juke joint yet. A Whiskey Basket asking if this is like a video game version of Magic the Gathering. No, it's kind of its own standalone thing. Slay the Spire, it's a pretty interesting game. It is a card game, so I mean, the whole Magic the Gathering thing is a card game. The reason why I like this game as much as I do is because of how it plays. So they're actually coming out with a board game through Kickstarter, which I have sponsored and put money on. It's going to be a board game that is similar to Solitaire, so you can play this game single player, or you can play it with friends, which to me, I think that's crazy to have a board game that you're even able to play as a single player game. So kind of another reason why I decided, like, hey, we're absolutely going to get this. This is cool as hell. This is a harder version too, because we're playing with Ironclad. We've beat the game several times, but we're playing on an Ascension mode. So every time you beat the game on the highest Ascension level possible for that character, that goes up one. It goes all the way up to 20. So all these multipliers are used against me. So it makes this game pretty darn difficult. But we don't care if we win or lose. We're just here to hang out with the fellas and drink some booze.
Did you have to rhyme there?
Didn't have to rhyme, but we chose to rhyme, Zach. How's that 1792? I see it's quite watered down at this point.
Not that watered down.
Alright, guys. We have an empty glass, and that's a problem. Also, we have no more ice, so also a problem. But what's not a problem is I have 3 Glencairns sitting in front of me, and we have lots of bottles beside us. I want you guys to pick what I want to be drinking next.
You need to figure out a way to set up a voting poll.
Setting up a voting poll on the stream would be very difficult to do, but that being said, we have E.H. Taylor that's open. We have an infinity bottle. The infinity bottle contains all of our low entry point Buffalo Trace products. We have Eagle Rare, Stag, 22B, Old Forester Single Barrel, Barrel Strength Store Pick, Larceny Barrel Strength, C9 23, Redwood Empire, Bottled and Bond, Grizzly Beast, and an Redwood Empire Lost Monarch, and we also have a Redwood Empire Pipe Dream Cash Strength that we can drink on. I also have a infinity bottle with high-end Buffalo Trace products in a Blanton's bottle, and a bottle of the Forbidden, which is the most recent video that came out at 6 p.m. that I am willing to pour up. If you guys want to pick what I drink next, go ahead and drop that in chat. Jeff Castle's already casting his vote for an Old Forester Single Barrel. It doesn't take much for me to go off of that recommendation. So if anyone else wants to second that Old Forester Single Barrel, we will go ahead and grab that and start with that, if that is what you guys would like to see. No Fireball or Mellow Corn. It's funny you say that, Tater Dom. We actually don't even own Mellow Corn, nor have we ever tried it. And we also don't own any, and we're going to lose this game right here, we don't own any Fireball. But we do own another bottle. I don't think it's down here. It's called Sinfire. Mike Brock says you can't go wrong with Old Forester Single Barrel. Whiskey Bass says Old Forester Single Barrel. Carlos also says Old Forester Single Barrel, but says that I received that early times bottle bond that I won on my live, right? Yes. So Carlos, I am not trying to double dip and steal content based off of giveaways, but we're gonna. Oh, we closed our game. We'll have to relaunch that. Hopefully, it'll reopen that Slay the Spire game. I'll double check to make sure that opens. We didn't. We gave away. So okay. So let me start over. So we had a bottle of Early Times Bottled in Bond. We still have it, but it's almost empty. Because it's almost empty, we decided that we were going to go a different route. We were going to take that Early Times Bottled in Bond. We're going to buy a new one, and we're going to use that for our bottle kill. That second Early Times that we bought, we were going to have as a backup, but that same night we won your giveaway. So we decided to give away the bottle that I had bought of the Early Times Bottled in Bonds, and then we used yours in a video saying that we had bought it because we still had a receipt for it from when we bought it from Specs, but we did give away a bottle of Early Times Bottled in Bonds. So the only bottle that I own currently that is full is your Early Times Bottled in Bond that you sent me from your giveaway, Carlos. But enough talking. We got Dave Ogelson saying cannot beat the Old Forester single barrel strength, so we're gonna grab that. Mellowed corn, but never owned or tasted Fireball. Yeah, tasting Fireball is awful. Like, if you can have the option to never try Fireball, like, don't, because it's freaking awful.
I like Fireball.
Looks like our stream came right back up, no hesitation at all. We are going to turn the fan on, so maybe it'll change our audio a little bit. Hopefully not.
Not going to comment on me liking Fireball.
Liking Fireball from Zach, yeah, it's hard to comment on that because no one should like that.
I like Fireball. I like the spiciness of it.
It does have some spiciness. Okay, so.
Well, it's cinnamon, so.
I did get it, and the one that I do have, Carlos, is the one that you sent me, not the one that I bought. The one I bought, I actually gave away to the guy who got me into drinking whiskey in the first place. So my buddy Tyler Miller is the reason why I'm into drinking whiskey in the first place, and then Adam from Major Zero is the reason why I have a channel. Man, this kid at Disc Golf League always gives me an airplane of Fireball. It's basically hot damn liqueur type stuff, yeah. So we have Old Forester single barrel strength. This is a Total Wine store pick. The name they chose for their store pick is funny. They called it Distillery Selection. It is 129 proof or 64.5% alcohol. This is from Warehouse J, floor 3 from their Rick House. And this guy is fantastic. We're going to pour it up in our AJ's on Main Glen. So we got our AJ's on Main Glen. This has got our Old Forester barrel strength store pick. Distillery Selection. It's Total Wine though. Ooh, Major Zero in chat. What, blame me? Yeah, we are blaming you. So Major Zero, Adam, you're the reason why we have a YouTube channel, and then my buddy Tyler Miller is the reason why we got into bourbon in the first place. So yeah, you are part of the reason why we have a channel. So cheers, Adam from Major Zero. I think if you're still in chat, brother Chris Jenkins, go ahead and put Adam's channel in the chat. Currently, we have 12 people watching. I am one of those people watching, so really just have 11 people. But Zach's also watching, so we only have 10 watching. Poggers in the chat, though, for 10 people watching. We're got the Old Forester single barrel strength. We're going to put this back up on the shelf. Chris Jenkins did drop the cheers Major Zero, so if you could drop his channel in chat, that would be awesome, Chris. We'll have to make more of you guys wrenches. I don't know if I can do that from my phone. We'll try, though. Add as moderator. We're just going to standard moderator. I don't know if that's any different. We're going to make Tater Dom a moderator for sure. Jeff Castle's always in chat. We're going to make him a moderator as well. We're just going to standard moderator. Thank you, Chris, for shouting out Major Zero, Adam from Major Zero for his channel. Some of you guys should have gained wrenches. I believe I gave it to Tater and Jeff. we'll add more of you guys if you guys want the wrenches. Eventually, these live streams might get a little bit more hectic and a little bit more bigger. We would love to have you guys present, especially if something happens. I want you guys to understand the importance of having that wrench. So, like, a lot of people, they just give them away just to give them away to people who watch their stuff. The reason why you have that wrench is if something were to happen, someone were to say something that might get you demonetized or banned, we want to have that support from you guys to make sure we have those removed as quickly as possible, whether that's going to be a temporary mute or a permanent ban. So you do have a lot of power when you start using your moderator privileges. And those are more important for those bigger live streams, but eventually we might get there. So just something to think in mind. So that 1792 small batch up on Zach's screen, it's almost out of ice. So he's going to have to either polish that off and grab something different, or just be square. No problem, Jeff Castle. I'm glad to have you as a moderator. If the standard moderator privileges isn't enough, I have no problem giving you more moderator privileges. It's just I'm not sure exactly extent to what you can and can't do versus having the higher privileges. I'm using the phone to do this, so I haven't quite figured it out yet. But glad to see that you're almost always in chat, especially when I do my premieres. From Adam from Major Zero, he told me if you're going to do a premiere, please be in chat beforehand so you guys can chat with your subscribers, especially your fan base who support you. I've tried that. Sometimes I can, sometimes I can't. Just depends on work. But right now I'm off Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So if it's on a Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday, and I do a that go ahead and premiere it. If I'm doing a premiere on those days, like, we are definitely present. We are ready to chat. If you guys want to have any questions for me and you don't have my contact information, you can send me an email. Emails on my YouTube channel for rjnordblum@gmail.com. Reach out to me there. If you guys have Discord chat, we're a huge gamer, so we do have Discord. Feel free to reach out to me on Discord, and we can shoot the shit and talk about whatever you guys want. And we also do samples and giveaways. So once again, for those of you in chat, because we got 13 watching, myself and Zach minus is 11 people watching. Check out that video where we talk about our our larceny barrel proof. That larceny barrel proof video. If you watch it, it does have a giveaway included. You just got to comment a special word to be entered in that giveaway. Once you enter into that giveaway, we will do a wheel spin through a YouTube short. Right now, Victor was the only one that was commented on there. We're going to do a giveaway with the larceny barrel proof once again. And that larceny barrel proof, we will also be giving away some samples of some other bottles, but that's what you guys can win. So just go check that out. Like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you comment the special word. The special word, if you guys didn't know, is larceny. Should have known, right? Sorry, Major. I will be working and in charge of a shift, so no chance of getting leave. So I will finger paint when I get home that night, and so okay, and sip a stag for you. Yeah, you know, we have a bunch of stag. Some of that stag was sent to us from Dave Vogelson, so we will definitely be drinking some stag as well. If you guys are doing some live streams though, and you guys don't have a guest, once I get my new schedule, I'll make sure I talk to you guys about my schedule. And that schedule, we will definitely be making sure we try to be more apparent and more pronounced on some of these live streams. Have you found a better larceny than the B522? So the B522 is available in my area at the local Specs, and it's like $90, I think, which is ridiculous because no, I think it's $70. It might be $70, but the larceny barrel proof at Total Wine that I got, this C923, was only $54.99. Talking about your meetup on Thursday, yeah, that'd be super cool to go to your meetup, but unfortunately we are not in your state, and I don't see us being able to make that meetup, Adam, but it would be awesome to meet you in person, brother. So if you haven't been able to figure it out, Zach polished off that larceny small batch and switched back to your favorite American beer. Sorry, 1792 small batch. Moved back to the Coors Light.
Yeah. Only because I don't want to grab my frickin' my stein. Yeah, my beer stein.
I will say you don't have to necessarily drink like hard liquor on stream, but I think you should definitely go grab your Evan Williams bottle to show off on camera if you don't mind.
Evan Williams.
You're
am I wrong one?
17. No. Evan Williams is a 1783 that you have.
Do I have one of those?
Yeah. It's like a tribute edition that you got. Just did a blind for Larceny. The 23 and the B522 came out on top. So I haven't had the B522 to speak upon the B522, but that is good news because the B522 is still present in my area, so maybe we'll try that out. We're drinking on some Old Forester single barrel strength at 129 proof. This does have a lot of earthiness. The earthiness does come through. The char from the barrel comes through. It has a lot of bitters to it too, but definitely one to sip, not one to just sit here and drink. You like the Larceny Barrel Proof B523 from this year's release, Dave Ogle Sensei. I would agree if I had tried it, but I have not yet, so maybe I will go out of my way to buy it since you've been gracious enough to send me your blessing with the samples that I have received from you, sir. Talking to distributor today, and Elijah Craig 923 has not dropped in Maryland yet. So funny you say that, Michael Bortner. I have actually been looking for that bottle, and I have yet to find Elijah Craig C923, and I'm not sure if it's because it hasn't dropped or what the deal is, but I am waiting for it because my son's name is Elijah, and I would love to get an Elijah Craig C923 and try it because I've heard nothing but great things about it, and I'm hoping that we can get one of those sooner than later. Also, I've heard the Elijah Craig C923 is one of the best Elijah Craigs in the entire series from this year and previous years. So Zach stepped off camera to go grab a bottle. Let's see if he can hold that up for the camera. He has an Evan Williams 1783 small batch. It's a 90 proofer. It's got a little fancy tag on it. If you guys have had any Evan Williams, the only Evan Williams I have personally had is the Bottled in Bond series, which is the cheapest, the white label for like $13 to $16. That Evan Williams 1783 is a damn good bottle from what I've heard.
This is the American Hero Edition.
That's the American Hero Edition. Okay, so we got some clarification on that. Awesome. Still talking about Larceny. Oh, no. So Larceny has C923. I do have that one, obviously. I've given away a bottle already of the C923 Larceny to a fellow subscriber, and he was also my best man for my wedding, Brandon. But I also have a bottle of it sitting on the shelf because we had to try it for ourselves. So we paid $54.99 for this bottle of Larceny. This is the barrel proof. This is the 126.4 proof, 63.2% alcohol by volume, C923. We did compare it against Stag. It does not compare against Stag. Like, do not compare this against Stag. It is its own thing. This is Old Fitzgerald product. It is good. I'm not saying it's not good. It's just not Stag good. So Buffalo Trace Stag blows us out of the water all day, every day, in my opinion. But that doesn't mean this isn't good. This is still fantastic, especially for the price and the availability, being able to get two of these. It was one per customer. I was able to buy one on day one and one on day two because we wanted to give this to our buddy. But whenever he gets back in town, he's coming back from California on the 19th. Whenever he comes over to hang out, we want him to try this. I already gave a bottle to his dad to wrap for him as a Christmas present, so it's super exciting to hear that. Larceny Barrel, you know what, we'll leave it out. We're going to drink the Larceny Barrel Proof C923 next. We still have the Old Forester single barrel to finish off first. Once we finish that off, we will move to our Larceny Barrel Proof.
I I forget where I heard it, but do you hear that there's a guy out there, he takes like meat and stuff like deer meat and he turns it into like whiskey and things?
I have not, Zach. That sounds super interesting, and I've never heard anything of the sort, brother.
Yeah, he turns it into flavor. Apparently he's got like a beaver one too.
So Mike Brock is in Indiana, and then Dave, I'm looking for a backup. So Mike Brock was also saying he's looking for a backup of the Elijah Craig Barrel Perf C923. I've never even seen C923. That being said, it has popped up in my area. It is on secondary market, but it is for a price that we are not currently willing to pay. So the C923 here on secondary goes for about $120 to $130. We're not willing to pay that just yet, so hopefully we can get it for MSRP. Speaking of Thanksgiving, guys, do you guys have any plans for Thanksgiving? For me, I might have to work. And I say might because I'm in between work schedules. We're supposed to be bidding for our new schedules, and we haven't yet. There's a whole debacle about that. Not sure what the whole deal is, but essentially we are still waiting to figure out what the hell is going to go on.
As of now, I am off.
I was supposed to be off for Thanksgiving and for Christmas, and that may or may not happen this year because I'm still waiting for a new bid that has not happened. Mike Brock said, which company? If you're asking who I work for Department of Homeland Security, specifically Transportation Security Administration. I'm a behavioral detection officer, and we do carry federal credentials. I'll hold up the ID real quick, just part of it. We don't want to show off everything, but we work for DHS. I plan on talking to my boss because he has the ability to approve or deny leave, and we will probably exercise the ability to approve leave and say that it's my son's first Thanksgiving. I would like to be off for it. Can we please approve his first Thanksgiving so I can experience that with my son?
That's a fair reason.
So glad to see so many of you guys tune in on the live stream. I hope this is entertaining to you guys. Major Zero said he has to bounce. Adam, peace out, brother. Thank you so much for making me make this YouTube channel. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't even have this channel. This is awesome. I love it. Thank you for the community and thank you for the support. I'll see you later, Adam. For the rest of you guys, I hope this is entertaining. I mean, we got Slay the Spire down in the bottom left corner. Got me on the right, Zach on the top. I'm not sure exactly what you guys like, what you guys want to see. Hopefully this is your forte, up your alley. Small gathering, daughter coming home from college. Son has to work, probably watching football, stuffing my belly, drinking whiskey, etc. So speaking of stuffing your belly, I am a huge fan of the stuffing when it comes to Thanksgiving. And then for my family, we typically do turkeys different ways. So obviously turkey is normally like one of the main grounds that we stomp on. When it comes to turkey, we cook it 3 different ways. Turkey we do, we'll bake it in the oven. We will deep fry one, and then I have an uncle that has a restaurant, and you may have seen some of the shout outs in chat for his restaurant. We also do smoked turkey. RJ Promoto and leave are easy to get for vacations and leave. Yeah, I mean, you say that, but honestly, like, I could get any day off I want. If I wanted to really badly, I just make a phone call and I'm off for that day. The thing is I am very team oriented, so knowing that if my team wants the day off, I will typically work before I let my team have to work on the day off. Whiskey Corner, Carlos, he's driving up to Georgia. He's in Florida, around the Tampa Bay area, for a big family gathering. It's good to hear that you're driving up for family, man. I mean, without family, I don't even think I'd be alive, to be honest. Like, family's everything to me. Are you just sitting there staring at the bottle reading it, Zach?
I was reading the tag.
You're more than welcome to read it out loud if you'd like.
It's just basically stating that they had these heroes that work for their company, basically veterans that work for their company, go through their stock, and they picked this one specifically, and then they've got pictures and what branch of military they were in. So they had 2 Navy, 2 Air Force, and 2 Marines.
Pretty solid, pretty cool to have.
2 Navy, an Air Force, a Marine, and 2 Army.
Jeff Castle says, Thanksgiving Day, extended family, Saturday after Thanksgiving, my parents, siblings, and our kids. You know, that is something that we have brought up, is the whole idea of having that communication between our family and what we have available as far as who we need to go and see. For Thanksgiving, the idea is to go see everybody that's family, but for Christmas, the idea is to have Christmas at my house and have grandparents come to us to celebrate. So it's a kind of a cool concept that you had brought that up. Mike Brock says he's a retired transportation op manager and probably yelled at you on any given day. We cross trucks. Sure he's meant tracks. He said at Laredo, McAllen, El Pao, and Eagle Pass. That's hilarious that you say that, brother, because I'm a behavioral detection officer, so I'm not quite the same group as far as like the guys who are on the floor doing the screening on passengers. We primarily specialize on screening employees for the insider threat. We do also screen flights to try to get the people on what I like to call the shit list, aka the domestic terrorist. That being said,
no-fly list.
The no-fly list, but they're labeled as domestic terrorists is what they are. So funny that you say that. That's actually really cool to hear, Mike Brock. I would love to hear more from you because if you're retired from there, that means you have the experience, and I would love to hear because we don't have bruised knees and sore throats, but we still want to move up. There, I said it. Dave Ogelson says, Michael Bortner, WJ Decade is so smooth and so good. So he's talking about Widow Jane Decade, their 10-year. I haven't tried any Widow Jane, but I have heard nothing but good about it. So I 100% believe you. Still sipping on that Old Forester single barrel strength. It is very high proof, so it might take us a little bit to finish this, but it is darn good, man. I love it.
You didn't notice what it did, do you?
No, I'm sorry. I have you above, so I don't have you focus. What did you do, Zach?
I drank straight from the bottle.
Did you really?
Yes.
No balls that you'll do it again? Zach over here popping up in his Evan Williams 1783 tribute bottle, just drinking straight from the bottle. Let's fucking go, guys. Mike Brock wants to know the money on the Decadence. So he's talking about the Widow Jane 10-year. Oh, he's saying not the 10-year, but the Decadence. Okay, we got clarification. He is talking about the Decadence. The maple finish. Okay. I stand corrected. I apologize. I thought we were talking about the same thing. Clearly, we're not. I am not too much knowledgeable on the Widow Jane. Dave Ogelson said he paid $99 for the Decadence. Widow Jane Decadence. Good to hear. We love knowing the value on the bottles that you guys buy. Well, we lost this game.
Right.
Go back to playing Ironclad, that's fine. Finished our Glencairn, so we will be pouring up some Larceny C923. Jeff Castle says Independent Joe only paid $40 for it. Funny you say that, Jeff Castle. Independent Joe does only pay $40 for any given bottle, no matter what the price, and we found out why, but we're not going to disclose why.
Because he got the hookup.
Yeah, he does definitely have, quote-unquote, the hookup. Zach, go ahead and entertain these guys. We got the C923 Larceny, but we're going to grab an ice cube real quick.
Entertain them. Great to be put on the spot. I'm terrible at entertaining. Grabbing ice cube.
Alright, we did step away. We had a Larceny C923. Roast me in the chat. We have ice. 3 cubes. Okay, let's see what we got going on here. Whiskey Bastard about to crack open a Rebel Cask Strength. So Rebel Cask Strength in my area has dropped in price. I have considered buying it, but I haven't bought it yet. Dave Ogelson said the Whiskey Basket Rebel Cask Strength is so good, so I will definitely need to buy it if Dave is saying it's good. Mike Brock says, I need some of his coupons. Yeah, you know, his coupons for $40 are insane. I wish we could get every bottle for $40, including that BTAC collection. Michael Bortner says, probably retail. The store is always fair and has ordered it just so I could get it. His prices are so good. I got JD10 for $89 and JD12 for $99. Michael Bortner, if you have JD12 and it is a sealed bottle, please reach out to me. We are trying to do a special gift to somebody. I won't disclose them because they may or may not be in chat. But we are trying to do a Christmas gift, and I will be paying you big bucks for that JD12. As long as it's under $250, we would love to buy that because we plan on sending that to one of our favorite people in the whiskey community. Whiskey Wisdom is in the chat saying yo, so we got Matt from Whiskey Wisdom. So let's go. Cheers, Matt, in chat. We are also using our phone, so it won't highlight his name in chat, but that is okay. If you guys, one of my admins, Chris, if you could do Whiskey Wisdom's channel, already done it. Chris Jenkins is already ahead of it. Cheers for Matt. Chris has already shouted out his channel. Go ahead and check it out. Matt's he's almost done with episode 5 of the Villains channel. So that Villains of Whiskey tube. Thank you so much, Matt, for coming back, brother. I would love to see your content. I'm so glad that you decided to not quit and continue pursuing your YouTube career. Michael Wardner is going for a Joseph Magna cigar pour. I think once we finish this, maybe we'll do a cigar pour as well. We have a Joseph Magna cigar pour. It is our most expensive bottle we've ever purchased. It was $209.99 before taxes for our Joseph Magna cigar blend. We do have one. So that'll be awesome. Thank you for all the cheers in the chat, Matt. We're just chilling, kind of last minute. We didn't really plan this. We do know that there's another channel that's getting ready to go live. I believe that they're at 9:15, 9:30, so within the next 30 minutes. We're just hanging out. We got our buddy Zach up top. He's got a Coors Light on channel, but he was also drinking directly from the bottle of some Evan Williams 1783 as a tribute bottle. And before that, he was drinking some 1792 small batch. We're currently drinking some Larceny Barrel Proof C923 over 3 ice cubes. Whiskey Bastion, oh damn, that Rebel cash strength is wonderful. Yes, I've heard good things about it, and I've passed it up time and time again. I think it might be a time that I stop passing it up and actually just, nut up or shut up, and we buy the bottle and we try it. Because at Total Wine, at least my Total Wine, the bottle of the Rebel cash strength is on sale. Now, that being said, we do have the Rebel 100, and we thoroughly enjoyed it, and I think it is like the next best budget bottle compared to like the Evan Williams Bottled in Bond series that you can get for the price and drink it, whether you drink it neat or mix it with a cocktail. Dave Ogelson saying he loves the villains of episodes. Yeah, those villain episodes, like, I put a lot of effort into those at the beginning, but I decided to be a subpar character where I basically said, hey, Matt, if there's anything that you need, any gaps covered, you reach out to me and I will film on the spot. If it's one of my days off, whatever you need to cover that gap to make sure we have the channel filled for his content, because I thought the Villains of Whiskey Tube was so cool. I was like, I want to just be not a backup, but like, let me fill in the gaps that need coverage. Like, you come up with a story, I'll record it, we'll make it happen, because I don't want to just overload him with content that may or may not be used. Mike Brock said he just scored an E.H. Taylor Barrel Proof for $89 plus tax. First one I have seen in the wild. Is it worth that? I love the single barrel I have. So, funny enough that you say that. It is absolutely worth the $89. So, the barrel proof. Let me talk about the barrel proof. So, the secondary market for me for a barrel proof E.H. Taylor is like $400. Like, it is absurd. Like, you can't afford $400 when you talk about that fill. RG likes to fill the gaps for Independent Joe, and he's got that little smirking face. Yeah, we love filling the gaps. You know what I mean? Boom, chicka boom, chicka boom. But yes, Mike Brock, for $89 at each barrel proof, that is an absolute steal. I would do that all day, every day. There's no hesitation on that price, especially because the trade value of that goes for over $400 in my area, which would open up a lot of interest in trades if you decided to trade that bottle rather than open it. Michael Bortner says, cheers, Matt. I have your samples going out in the morning. Sorry, I've been really busy the last 2 weeks. I have 2 of your key K Luke Toasted Batch 5 and 6, Bombers 23 and Shanks 23, blend straight from the barrel. Whiskey Bass says, heck yeah, at Michael Brock. I would have done that all day long. Yeah, for that price, man, I would have bought all of them. especially if there's no limit. Whiskey Basket, yeah. Mike Brock says, let me say it will not be flipped. I have a selection, not a collection. You know, I'm not trying to bash you for saying that. I understand selection, not a collection. But hear me out. And I'm going to say this, and I'm going to talk about it because I talked about it in my Stag video. When it comes to Stag, I have not bought a single bottle of Stag. I've only traded for Stag. I have not found Stag for MSRP. It's only been for museum pricing that I'm not willing to pay for. When it comes to what people are willing to trade for, that's where the secondary becomes important. So even though you got an E.H. Taylor barrel proof or single barrel, doesn't matter which one you get, both of them have high trade value on secondary market. The point is you buy a bottle that you like in case you have to keep it, but if you buy a bottle that's allocated that people want, the idea is that you can then trade that bottle for something that you actually want. So in my condition, I didn't really care for a Jack Daniel's twice barreled Heritage Rye. I didn't care for it, the 23. I've never tried it, but when it comes to Jack Daniel's is not something I look for. It's just not. So since I don't look for Jack Daniel's, why would I, keep it? So, well, the argument is, I bought it for $75 for the first bottle, $94 for the second bottle. The Jack Daniel's twice barrel Heritage Rye trades for $200. The first one traded for almost $275. So knowing the trade value of the bottles that you might be able to find and buy is why you get said bottle. Because you trade it for something you actually want. Whiskey Bass says, heck yeah. Brock, I would have done that all day long. Mike talked about the selection. Jeff Castle says, I felt good about finding Knob Creek 18 for $154.99 last week. You know, if I would have found Knob Creek 18 for $154.99 and they didn't have a limit, I would have probably bought multiples, to be honest, because I've never seen Knob Creek 18 in store, let alone for $155. So that is a fantastic price. Michael Bortner says, Whiskey Wisdom, as well as Knob Creek 11-year Sore Pick, and Old Line American Whiskey Port Finish. Anything else you are looking for or looking to try that I might have? Well, I can think of several things I would love to try that you probably have that I don't. But you're obviously asking Matt, not me. Dave Vogelson says, Jeff Castle, that's a fantastic price on Knob Creek 18. I bought 2 bottles of it from my local store that usually sells right around MSRP, and they charge $189. So yeah, even at $189, I would probably bought the Knob Creek 18 as well. I think that one comes with a fancy little box. I don't care about the box. I just want the Knob Creek 18. That's awesome that you guys were able to find that. Mike Brock says, I understand all that, but I like whiskey. Yes, sir. Liking whiskey is one thing, yes, but if you have a bottle that you might be able to find on a regular or you happen to get a second one of, if it's something that people want, you can absolutely trade it for something that you don't have, that you can't get in your area. That is why the secondary market exists. I'm not telling you to use and abuse it or to buy, sell, or trade, but it can give you the leverage you need to find a bottle that you so desperately want. Last year you paid $200 for so Jeff Castle's talking probably about the Knob Creek 18, paying $200 for it. That would probably be about my top dollar for a Knob Creek 18. So yeah, hearing $200, yeah, that's not too far off. Whiskey Basket, RJ repeating shout outs now. Yeah, we try to shout out as many people as possible because this is a community. It's not about an individual person. So yeah, we're going to shout out multiple people. I'm so sorry, Whiskey Basket, if I have. We have been drinking quite a bit and high proofers, especially before we started this live stream. So we are a little bit tipsy, if not drunk.
Nah, you're not slurring your speech. You're on the tipsy.
Michael Bortner says, the last Stag I got for MSRP was batch 9. Well, if that's the case, I mean, we weren't even looking for bourbon at that time. But to make that a point, we've never found stag for MSRP. In fact, we've only traded for it. So my stag video hasn't come out just yet, I don't believe. But the stag that I have 22A, 22B, and batch 18. All three of which I traded for. So the Stag 18 was the first bottle I traded for. I traded a bottle of Baumburger's 2023 Declaration that I bought at Total Wine for a total of $100 even before taxes. Second bottle we traded for was 22A. We traded a bottle of the Jack Daniel's Twice Barreled Heritage Rye, which we paid a total of $75 for. And the same time we also traded for, we got a, a Smoke Wagon Red, White, Blue. So we got a Jack Daniel's for $75 for the Twice Barrel Heritage Rye. We traded for a Stag Batch 22A and a Smoke Wagon Red, White, and Blue because the secondary prices were absurd at that time, so we were able to do some leverage. And then our third trade for Stag was we traded a Twice Barreled Heritage Rye that we paid $90 for, and we were able to receive with that just a Stag 22B. Michael Bortner says last time traded was batch 9. Mike says if I can find it on the shelves every day, sure I will get one to trade. But this one was the first I have ever seen in many trips around. Yeah, that's definitely, there's definitely bottles like that where it's like you just don't find them, man. Like it's a once and done. Like you either open it and enjoy it, or you're trading it away for something you actually want. Either way, if you've never had it before, maybe it's time to actually trade for something like that. Yeah, I get that, man. Michael Bortner, what would they be, RJ? What are you referring to, Michael Bortner? What would they be? I feel like I've lost you. Maybe I'm too drunk at this point to understand what would they be. We lost our game of Slay the Spire, but that's okay because we're just chilling. We'll go for another Ascension 13. We're going to continue drinking on some Larceny Barrel Proof C923. We're going to leave it up to Zach to entertain you guys. We're going to step away. We're going to go to the restroom real quick. I'll be right back, guys. Don't let Zach ruin my chat or leave. I know we're down to 7 people, so that means we're down to 5. Thank you guys so much for staying tuned and just chilling. If you guys want to do a giveaway, let's go ahead and start getting that going in chat. If you want to be a part of a giveaway, go ahead and type WIN in chat. So we're going to type WIN. Please type that in all caps, and we will do a giveaway. I just typed it in chat so you guys can copy that. If you type WIN in chat, we will be doing a giveaway of some flights. We'll do a sample set. We'll do a whole sample set, and a sample set's going to include 4. So we're going to do 4 samples in that. It'll be from whiskeys that I currently own. We're not going to go out of our way to buy a bottle, but if we have it, we'll give it away. So type WIN in chat, and we will do a wheel spin sooner than later. I'm going to go to the restroom. We got Dave and Carlos already in chat for the giveaway, and I will be right back.
Leave Zach to be entertaining. It's entertaining like a freaking wet piece of paper. What the heck, man? The guest. Was it? Apparently everyone is just spamming WIN. Guaranteed he's not going to win that game. I'm calling it out. I am not playing the same game as RJ right now. I am playing a game called Soulstone, I believe it is.
Oh wow, we actually have some entries in this giveaway. So let me get this little wheel going on. Let's do new window on Google. Let me get this going. Okay, so we're gonna do wheel spinner on Google. Wheel of names. We'll bring this down to size. So we have Dave Vogelsang. Feel free to join too, Zach, for this giveaway. If you want to type in your name, type in WIN on YouTube. I'll enter you in.
I'd have to sign in first.
We're going to type Carlos in for Whiskey Corner. We got Michael Bortner. We got Jeff Castle. We got Whiskey Basket. Samples a try. Mike Brock typed in as well. Hopefully he watches it. Yes, Michael Bortner, we do wash our hands after we pee, brother. We don't just raw dog it, but I'm glad you brought that up.
Bullshit. Know how many times I've had to yell at you for that one and you said nope.
That was before.
Since now you have a kid, you wash your hands.
Yeah, we're not a filthy animal anymore. We figured it out. Whiskey Basket did the shout out. All right, currently we have Dave Vogelson, Carlos, Michael Bortner, Jeff Castle, and Whiskey Basket, and Mike Brock. So we have 6 people entered into the giveaway. Is there anyone else I am missing that would love to join? I miss Chris Jenkins. Chris Jenkins is in the chat too. I don't know how I missed him and skipped over him.
That would be all 7 then.
So we got Dave as 1, Carlos is 2, Michael is 3, Jeff Castle is 4, Whiskey Basket is 5, Chris Jenkins as 6, and Michael Brock at 7. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 currently. Are you going to sign in, Zach, and enter the giveaway, or are you just going to let it go to the subscribers that are currently watching?
Let the subscribers win it.
All right, guys, we got 7 of you guys entered in for the giveaway. We are going to do a wheel spin. I'm going to bring it up. We're going to wait till it gets full screen on your guys' end so you guys can see this. Make sure you guys can see this. I'm watching on my phone so I can make sure on what you guys see is when I see it. Like I said, we're currently drinking Larceny C923. We specify the giveaway, but we're going to let it kind of like ride or die. Homeland Security is required by law to do that, Michael Bortner. That's hilarious. So, whoever wins this giveaway when I do this wheel spin, because it should be full screen on the top left now, overtaking Zach's position.
It has.
We are going to give that to you, whoever wins. You're going to email me. Whenever you email me, please look at my Google Sheets. We have a Google Docs account. That Google Docs, it should not be password protected. It's going to show every whiskey that I currently own. If it has an X, I don't have the bottle anymore. We've polished it off. If it's opened or sealed, I don't care which. Preferably if it's open, though. We're going to give away samples. This giveaway we're going to spin for is going to be for a flight. We're going to do 4 samples. So if you win, email me. Once you email me, if you don't email me in that chat for the initial, please state the 4 bottles that you would love a sample from. Before we go ahead and spin that, we're going to read some chat real quick to catch up. We got Dave Vogel saying Whiskey Basker. I'm sure he's talking about Basket. Benchmark Full Proof is a Buffalo Travel low rye mash bill, the same as Stag Jr. and George Cheesag. I think he's talking about Benchmark being foolproof. There's a Buffalo Trace low rye mash bill. I agree with that. Whiskey Basket interest Interesting, Dave. So I assume it isn't aged as long as it. Yeah, no, it's definitely not aged as long, but it can compete. So some of the foolproofs actually can compete. It's kind of a whim whether it's good or bad or great. Mike Brock said Homeland Security is required by law to do that for Michael Bortner. Michael Bortner says, when I visit my son next, I am going to slide into North Carolina just to get some benchmarks I can't get in Maryland. Michael Bortner, if you win this, we do have some benchmarks, but obviously I would tell you to pick higher valued bottles for your samples. But we could send bonus samples if you win Michael Bortner for some of the benchmark series, since you can't get them in Maryland. Dave Olgelson says, yes, younger and 125 proof instead of the barrel proof. Yep. Michael Bortner, I have worked in law enforcement for almost 3 decades, and I see what goes on, LOL. Yes, I agree with you. I see a lot that goes on, too, and I have not worked even close to 3 decades. Whiskey Basket, right on, Dave. Excited to crack it open soon. All right. Nut up or shut up. We got 9 of you guys in chat. We got 7 of you in chat for the wheel spin. Myself is watching and Zach is watching, which means everyone who's in chat watching currently should be entered in. We're going to do a wheel spin. Here we go. Let's freaking see who wins the flight giveaway. Our bourbon flight giveaway is going to the Whiskey Basket. Whiskey Basket has won, so let's make sure we put that in chat. We were already planning on sending this guy a message about sending him some flights, but now we owe him some flights because he won our giveaway. So we're going to remove him from the wheel spin giveaway. We already plan on giving him some flights, so we'll let him pick all 4 on what he gets to spin and what he wants. Mike Brock is trying to say rigged, but what's not rigged is that we're going to spin a second time. So we're going to have 2 winners for this. So, like I said, we already plan on sending some stuff to Whiskey Basket. So now we're going to go ahead and send some more stuff off. The second wheel spin will be for another flight of 4 samples. You guys have access to my Whiskey Excel spreadsheet on Google Docs. If I have it, I own it, and I currently have that bottle opened, I'm more than willing to seal it. Mail it to you. If it is sealed, I am still willing to crack it for you. So we're going to spin one more time. We were just talking about it. Michael Bortner, you're the second winner, brother. So Michael Bortner, also, please reach out to me via email. Sorry, I'm typing in chat right now. Bortner. You guys have both won. At 7 people, we did 2 spins. I think that's more than fair. We're going to do a flight 4 samples from my collection. Please email me, Michael Bortner. Oh, Big Cat 253 just joined, brother. I wish you were here earlier for the giveaway, but it is nice to have you. Glad to see you in chat. Michael Bortner, if you could email me. Whiskey Basket, if you could also email me. We're going to do flight samples. You can pick 4 bottles from my collection. I will do a 2-ounce sample. I have plenty of 2-ounce bottles. We will package it up and send it your way. If you have something you want to send my way, just reach out to me on that too, and we can make sure we do an exchange. But you guys have won the giveaway. Those are going to be the 2 giveaways for the night. So glad you guys were able to join and be a part of that. We're going to close this chat so we can bring it back up so that way Zach can be back in chat so you guys can see him. We had to take over his space to do the giveaway. So Mike Brock, you're saying congratulations to all. You see, never win these things. Like, please just make sure that you guys keep checking out these posts, comments, and everything. We're going to be doing more giveaways for sure. If you ever win, just make sure you reach out to me. So Michael Bortner, you have won. Whiskey Basket, you have won. Please reach out to my Gmail account. I will go ahead and post that in chat just to make this easier for you guys so that way we can continue on. Please email me at rjnordblum, that's my last name, at gmail.com. and type in the 4 samples you would like to receive from my collection. Mike Brock wants to see a review of that Frank August. I would love to do that, but I will not be doing that on live stream. I will do a video of that probably tomorrow, where I'll be doing the recording of that. And that being said, we're going to compare that up against, and per subscriber, Redwood Empire Pipe Dream Cast Strength as its competitor. So not quite the proof point, but kind of the same level. Whiskey Bass says, good night, everybody. I'm getting up at 3:30 a.m. Got to hit that sack. Great live, RJ. Congratulations, Whiskey Bass. Like I said, reach out to me, brother. We have samples to send to you. You won.
Congrats.
Congratulations. Zach is also saying congratulations as he's drinking his Coors Light beer. Probably going to call this live stream in a little bit. We're not going to let this run too much longer, guys. If you guys want to see more giveaways in the future, please leave a like. Please leave a comment, especially on the actual videos that I post. Some of the videos I'm going to post, like just a heads up so you guys kind of have the drop if you're watching. We're going to actually put the giveaways in those, but we're not going to put them in the chat. We're not going to put them in the description. It's going to be one that you have to watch all the way through. If you watch all the way through, like there's a high chance that we'll do a giveaway on during some of those videos. I have tons of 2-ounce sample bottles that I would love to send out to you guys, but we want to kind of make it a surprise. So you're going to have to kind of like watch my videos. If you watch it, like you have a good chance of winning. Like I said, if you haven't already, that Larceny barrel proof video, if you watch that, the only person that was entered into that one for the giveaway was Victor, and we haven't done that wheel spin yet. So if you want to enter in, watch my Larceny video. Make sure you comment Larceny in your chat for it. It doesn't have to be capitalized. It doesn't have to be lowercase. Doesn't matter. As long as you say Larceny in the comment, you'll be entered in for that. We will do a wheel spin as a YouTube short. And we will do a Larceny barrel proof giveaway along with a couple other samples. If we're going to send samples to you, like we're going to go ahead and send some samples to you. We're not going to send a single sample because shipping is a pain in the A. But if you guys like this kind of content, like, comment, subscribe. We're going to be calling this live stream shortly. Special thank you for Zach for being able to play some video games, even though we weren't super interactive with Zach. He's just here to hang out with us. We're having a good time. We're just shooting the shit and chilling. Like I said, like, comment, subscribe. You guys want to see some more content from Zach. I have access to reach out to him at any given time. We'll bring him in for some videos. And we can send him some whiskey if he doesn't have the bottles we want to try, so he can be a part of that too. You game on PlayStation or Xbox, RJ? So Big Cat, to answer that question, unfortunately, we don't game on either. We play on the PC Master Race because PlayStation decided to charge for PlayStation Network as a subscription-based. We don't like subscription-based charges, so we went for PC because the internet's free. We're just screwing around. If you got Discord chat, you can always hang out with me, man. Just let me know. Yep, Chris, a surprise taste and the blind tomorrow. So Mike Brock, I don't know what you got going on for that blind, but if you want to reach out to me as well, I know you didn't win. We got Michael Bortner as one of our winners. If I have the bottles, I am willing to do the blind with you guys. It should be free and available. If you don't want me to intervene, that's fine too. Once again, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much for being a part of this live stream. We're just hanging out and chilling, but we're going to call it here, guys, and I will catch you guys next time.